Hey guys, how's this for a train? I know I'm not much of a train collector, but with this kind of train, I might start. I went to the bank and I've been going to the banks and watching all of you guys doing coin roll hunting, and I am getting ready to start my own. I'm still going to be doing paper money. Paper money is my joy, but with what everybody's been finding with show you these are actually full, can't even kick that one over, with what everybody's been finding in their coin rolls, I have to give it a try. So that's what I've got up and coming, and as soon as I have the best way to return the coins that I've looked at without making everybody mad, I will begin opening those boxes. Hey everybody, welcome back to another $1,000 strap search. Got my $1,000 in singles all set. Today is the last group from Vegas. That's it. The Vegas run ends. I already did downtown. I did the north end of the strip. I did middle strip. Did the south side of the strip. What's left? Well, I did the outskirts. I did the Gold Coast, the Rio, and the Orleans. And then I had to stop at my bank and pick up a couple extra straps just to make sure that I had 1,000 for the entire shoot. So these are the 1,000 singles. Let's get them out of the way. I did keep track of what I found where, so I'll try to point out whatever I could. And we shall take a look. Right off the bat, we're going to start with a Where's George. And unfortunately, this Where's George, even though it is a 2006, this did come from my local bank. This was not a Vegas bill. But it's a Where's George. I will document that. And like I said, since it is from my local bank, I know that, so I can put that in there. However, this Where's George bill is not from a local bank. This particular one came from the Gold Coast, and it's a very, very fine print on that, so I have the feeling that there's probably not going to be anybody other than the person who signed it, because it is kind of hard to see. I may stamp it again, or I may do something on there just to see if it'll come out again. But anyway, those are my two Where's George finds. Did find some trinaries. That's a neat trinary, 0s, 6s, and 8s, a couple doubles there, and a 000 in the middle. It's the only trinary I found, believe it or not, out of 1,000 bills, so that's a rarity. Makes me think some of these bills were searched, but it also makes me wonder, well, if they're searched, how come I'm still finding goodies? Anyway, this particular one here, this is a 2013. This one's a birthday note or an anniversary note, however you want to call it. That would be October 25th, 1935. So that's that one there. Did find some star notes. 2013 star note. Not the lowest number you're ever going to see, that's for sure. 2013, a little rough on this one. Another star note has a fairly heavy crease down the middle, and it's a rather high number, but still a star note. We'll check that one out. This one's got this dirty streak in the middle here, but from Kansas City, so maybe. We'll see. Did find a bunch of older notes. This one's in 1999. Another 1999. Many of you may wonder why I collect notes as new, I should say, as 1999. Keep in mind, these bills are 20 years old. You don't come across them too often. I mean, in this particular batch, I found 3 or 4 of the 1999s, but I only found one trinary note. Normally I find 10 trinaries and I'll find one 1999. So these bills are getting much more scarce to find. And well, 5 years from now you'll wish you would have been pulling them, because you'll be looking for them at that point. So I'm just getting ahead of the curve. The average bill, you got to remember, only lasts in circulation for about 6 to 7 months. So there's another 99. Another 99. And now we get to the 95s. Most people start off with collecting 95s as their newest bill, because in 88A, 93, and 95, you've got web press notes. I've gone over those in a couple other videos, but that's why people are always looking for the 95s. But not as many people are looking for 99. So as far as the future of the hobby goes, I sense that if anything after 95 is going to be sought after the way that stuff from the 70s is, because nobody bothered to save it. 1993 note, a little rough, but 93 nonetheless. This one is a 1985, if I remember correctly. There it is, 1985. And for an 85, it's in really nice shape. And the last bill I found, right here, this one did not come from Vegas. This one came from my local bank. Thank you, local bank. I appreciate it. They saved me, 6,000 singles while I was on vacation. So that was great of them. I'll be going through that bunch next. This one here, 1963B. Yes, that is a Joseph W. Barr signature. That is a Joseph Barr note. These are probably some of the most sought after bills you're ever going to find in circulation because the Barr notes, well, Joseph Barr was only the Secretary of the Treasury for 30 days. In that time, they printed a whole 12 million bills. I know 12 million sounds like a big number, but when you consider the fact that every letter represents 100 million, and this particular run they made it to I before they changed the name on his bills. That means they printed, what would that be? 1.1 billion notes up until this point, and only 12 million of those 1.1 billion had his signature on it. So the 1963B, a little rough condition, but it is from circulation. Very cool note. That was what I found in my searches. So let's dig into my safety deposit box and see what kind of fun stuff I've got. This bill is a repeat bill. I hate to say that. Some of you may be a little, what's he bringing another bill that he showed on here before? Well, because this bill was in the very first video I ever did, and that one didn't have a whole lot of views. And I've had people talk about this type of bill, so I decided I'm going to show this bill and I'm going to give it some screen time. Hopefully that way I'll be able to get a good thumbnail on this particular bill. What we are looking at here is a 1922 $20 gold certificate. $20 gold certificate. This is the very first bill that I ever bought for my collection. When I went in looking to buy gold, I was looking in the shop and I saw this bill and I was fascinated by this bill. It says right on there, in gold coin, $20 in gold coin payable to the bearer on demand. Well, what makes that so interesting compared to why I was there is I was there looking to buy 1 ounce of gold. Well, in 1922, you were supposed to take this particular bill to the bank to get 1 ounce in gold coin. Just like it says right here. So you've got it saying 1 ounce in gold coin. Well, is there a $20 gold coin? Well, in fact, yes. A 1 ounce coin back in the day looks similar to this. This particular one is not. This particular one is a 1993, I believe that is. Yep, 1993 1 ounce gold coin. And this particular one is, what is it? This is they're now $50 gold coins. I got it upside down. $50 in gold coins. But in 1922, when this bill was made, the gold coins were $20 gold coins. They called them double eagles. A $10 gold coin was an eagle. A $5 gold coin was a half eagle. And the $20 gold coin, which you were supposed to take this certificate in to redeem for, that would be a double eagle. The double eagle, you got the 2 X's here, Roman numerals for 20. Interestingly enough, the term sawbuck, if you've ever heard money referred to as a sawbuck, that comes from these X's here. A $10 bill would have 1 X, 1 Roman numeral for 10, but back in the 1800s, they'd look at the 2 X's and think that reminded them of the 2 pieces of wood they'd cross whenever they were sawing lumber. Those 2 pieces of wood, when they were nailed together, were called a sawbuck. So a $10 bill became known as a sawbuck. A $20 bill became known as a double sawbuck. Some people say that that's how we got the name buck for a dollar. I've heard of 3 different buck stories, but we'll get into those later. Let's take another closer look at this $20 gold coin gold certificate. You can see right there, this certificate is legal tender in the amount thereof in payment of all debts public and all debts and dues public and private acts of March 14th, 1900, as amended and December 24th, 1919. I mean, just to have a piece of paper that says those kind of dates on it there, series of 1922, you can see it's a gold certificate because not only does it say gold certificate, but the ink that they used was, well, it's orange, but they always refer to it as gold. They did that to make sure that a gold certificate was very distinctive. Now, when you take a look at the back, if this note was in a pile of notes, there would be no doubt that this is a gold certificate. Most money is referred to as greenbacks because they only use green ink on the back of the bills. But on the gold certificates, they choose to use this orangish gold, copperish color to make sure that it stands out so that it was very easily identifiable that this was a gold certificate. There it is right there, gold, $20, United States of America. And just an impressive note. One of the first things, of course, that caught my eye, aside from it being a gold certificate, was this gentleman right here in the center. When do you ever see George Washington on a $20 bill? So that always intrigued me, especially since the picture of Washington is very similar to the picture of Washington here. It almost looks like just a reverse. I mean, it's almost identical. So just to see him facing the other direction on a $20 bill, pretty amazing. All right, guys, that's my bill for this week. That's what I've got for you. Next week, I'm going to start a new series on some of the error notes that I have. And I don't mean little tiny errors. I have some major error notes. I'm going to be bringing those up next week. Well, once again, if you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like my videos and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, and please don't forget to tell your friends. I love making them, I love showing what I've got, and I love the excitement I see when other people also enjoy the similar hobbies. Guys, thanks very much, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.